Welcome to this test of some of the advanced features of the IndiaFoxtEcho F-35 for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Let's get straight into it. So the real plane has an auto takeoff mode, and this version claims to. So if we put it in the short takeoff mode, wait for auto takeoff to turn blue and click the auto takeoff button, you can see that the plane begins its takeoff roll and pitches up and will successfully take off. Now it's meant to also transition to normal flight, so put the gear up, close the lift fans and vector the nozzle forwards. What actually happens, and what has happened every time I've tested this, is the plane stays in its short takeoff mode and just kind of twitches. So you have to manually bring the gear up and disable the short takeoff mode to transition to normal flight. I don't know if it's just me or if this needs to be patched. Let me know if it was working for you. The next feature is GCAS, or ground collision avoidance. So again, in the real plane and in the AOA Simulations model for the X-plane simulator, as soon as the plane is in a nose down attitude and gets a little bit too close to the terrain, you're meant to get an audio and visual warning, and the plane is meant to pitch up. In the IndiaFoxtEcho simulation, you do get the audio and visual warning, but you get no auto pitch up. By the time I realised I had to do it myself, it was too late. Remember, this module claims to be the most realistic and complete rendition of the Lightning II ever seen in a home environment. The next feature we'll take a look at is auto recovery. So the idea is here that if you get a little bit out of shape or disoriented, you can hit the auto recovery switch, the plane will transition to wings level and in a slight pitch up, and the IndiaFoxtEcho F-35 does this very well indeed. After an auto recovery, just close the switch and return to normal flight. Obviously it's subject to the laws of physics, so as you can see here, if you put it in an impossible situation, it can only do so much, just like in real life, but the implementation here seems really solid. The user interface on the MFD in this F-35 seems to be the closest match in terms of symbology and user experience to the publicly available videos that are out there of the actual F-35 UI. Obviously, a lot of the stuff is going to be in-up or not there. A lot of the more military and combat focused stuff is never shown on any videos, but this isn't a combat flight sim, so I'm not really too bothered. All the important functions for a flight are there, from radios to autopilot and fuel systems and flight controls. Again, presented and functioning in a way that seems really close to the publicly available videos of the actual aircraft. This is one area where the IndiaFoxtEcho F-35 does a much better job than its main competitor, the AOA version for X-plane, and you can see here that a lot of love and attention has gone into building this UI and making it as authentic as possible. The last feature we'll look at is hover mode, which is unique to this implementation of the F-35. I believe it exists in the real aircraft and it's not featured in any competing simulations. When you're in short takeoff mode, just press the hover button on the MFD. It zeroes out your forwards velocity and places the aircraft in a perfect hover. When you're done showboating, just click the same icon to turn it off, and in this short takeoff mode it behaves a little bit like a helicopter, so rudder left and right, nose forward and back for speed, and throttle for up and down. So after this quick exploration of the advanced features of this F-35, it seems to be, I'd say, on par with the AOA sim version for X-plane. There's some stuff this module does that the X-plane one doesn't, and there's some stuff like terrain following radar and DAS, as well as auto GCAS that the X-plane version has, but this one is missing. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop a like and feel free to subscribe, as I make this kind of content fairly regularly. Take care, and I'll see you next time.